Hi, and welcome to our Yoga for Everybody session today. Let's go ahead and get started. Come up into a comfortable standing position. And from standing, let's go ahead and take our feet out at least to the width of the hip bones. So we can have the legs maybe just a little more narrow, but I recommend taking them out to just a little bit more wider base today. From this position, let's begin by inhaling the arms up and overhead. And as you do, go ahead and press the thumbs back. Reach up out of your armpits, pull the thumbs back so that we're doing a big exaggerated back bend from standing, stretching through the gut. As we exhale, we're going to take the hands straight down beside us and a big exhale when you come down, trying to push the stomach against the thighs. So you can be very vocal with this depending on where you're practicing today, or you can kind of just exhale a little bit more breathy. Inhale up overhead. Exhale, open the throat. Inhale, take it up. It's like you're skiing, cross-country skiing, and you're going to dig in and push off behind you. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, big push off. One more, big breath in. And then exhale, push off. Let's take the arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist over to your right. Look over that right shoulder. Inhale, bring it overhead. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Look over the left shoulder. Couple more each side. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. One more each side, coordinating the movement with the breath so that we are actively cleansing the lungs and hopefully detoxing some of the other organs. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take the legs out wider. Turn the toes out. Pull the elbows in and bend the knees, coming down into a deep sun squat. Inhale, take it up. Extend the arms out 45 degrees out of those armpits so you're able to really stretch gently through the chest, out to the biceps, hopefully not irritating shoulders and neck. Exhale, pull the elbows in, maybe to the waist, maybe behind the ribs. Bend the knees in the same direction as the toes. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, pull it in. Moving really slow one more time so that this pattern of movement becomes a blueprint for those energies in the body to stay safe. Now maybe speed it up. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Last one. Hands come down onto the thighs. From here, push your right hip back. And then go ahead and take the right shoulder in towards the center of your body. Keep pushing that right hip back. Inhale, come to center. Push your left hip back. And now drop the left shoulder at center and slowly twist over. Coming to center, press the right hip back. Drop the right shoulder in. Deep twist. Inhale, center. Left hip back, left shoulder drops. Inhale, center. From here, walk it up. Let's take the feet in, touching the toes together, keeping a little bit of space between the heels, going through a twisting chair flow. Inhale, arms overhead, press the palms, pull the elbows out to the side, press the thumbs to the chest, flip the hips back, start pressing your right hip forward, and now pull the right shoulder back. Inhale, bring it to center, come straight up. Exhale, bring it down. Start pressing the left hip forward. Twist the left shoulder back. Inhale, bring it to center, stand tall. Exhale, folding forward. Hands go onto the thighs. From here, let's keep a deep bend in the elbows. Maybe even take the fingertips and turn them in towards each other. As we inhale from a flat back position, we're straightening the arms just an inch or two, and then exhale, relax. Inhale a little higher. Exhale, relax. Inhale, maybe straightening both arms so that we are creating a really exaggerated bend in the upper back. It may look like a lower back bend as well, but those hips are stable. They are anchored in place with the pelvis, and we are exaggerating the mobility of the upper spine and ribs. One more big inhale into the heart. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the belly towards the thighs. Pause at the halfway point. Then find the next exhale to completely release the upper back and traps and shoulder blades. Shake the head, yes. Turn the head left and right. Let's come to a still point with the head and neck for a heavy exhale. Walking the hands up to our shins and then to our thighs. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead. Stepping the feet just to the width of the pelvis bones, just the lightest separation of the feet. Let's bring our hands down into the heart. Take the left foot back and open up. Big breath in, pulling the elbows back. Maybe even straighten the right leg. Pull up the ribs and look up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it forward with the hands. Bend the front knee and step it to center. Taking our right foot back, toe to heel, little bend in the left knee. Inhale, opening up, pull the elbows back, lift, maybe straighten that front leg, open and look up to the sky. Look forward, bend the front knee, hands to the heart, step it center. Let's keep that rhythm, taking the right foot back, inhale, open, straighten both legs, exhale, center, and step. Left foot back, inhale to open, lift it at center, straighten the legs, chin down, take it forward. Option to close the eyes, take it back, toe to heel, inhale, open, lift the chin, exhale forward, and push off. Other leg, toe to heel, inhale, open, looking up, coming forward, pushing off, heel to toe. From here, taking the feet out, wide, toes out. Inhale, open it up, pull the elbows in, bend the knees in the same direction as the toes again, familiar position. Taking it up like a jumping jack with your arms this time. Inhale, take it up, press through the palms. Exhale, pull it down, elbows coming in, palms stay up this time instead of out. So it's a little bit of a different movement for the biceps, the rotator cuffs, and the pronator muscles. Inhale, up overhead, jumping jack, big breath in. Looking up, exhale, pull it down, elbows coming in, allowing the ribs and the chest to continue to protrude out. Inhale, bring it up. Press, exhale, pull it down, hips flipping back, elbows pulling in, palms facing up. 2 more of these with the eyes closed, working on center of gravity. Inhale, taking it up. Press, exhale, pull it down, pull it in, knees over the ankles. 1 more, eyes closed. Slowing down just a little bit so that that range of motion becomes a little more mindful, a little more intention. Hands go onto the thighs again, working with that spine mobility in the upper back, stabilizing the hips. Pull the left hip back. Press the left shoulder in. Look over the right shoulder. Maybe even take the left hand on the inside of that thigh and press the leg away while that left hip is pushing back. Let's bring it to center. Pressing our right hip back away from the body. Dropping the right shoulder in towards the midline. Looking over the left shoulder. Maybe sliding the right hand to the inside of the leg for a little bit of leverage. We might even begin to straighten that right arm. Keep pushing the right hip back as the right shoulder folds in. Bring it to center. From here, slowly inhale, lift the heart, inch the feet in to about the width of the pelvis or the hips. Inhaling, arms overhead, big breath in. Exhale, cross-country ski movement, take it down. 2 more, big breath. Exhale down. Last one, bring it up. Exhale down. Touch the toes together. Reverse swan dive, take it up. Exhale, hands to the heart, thumbs pressed to the chest. Sitting back into chair, this time we're pushing our right hip back as we slowly begin to twist the right shoulder in. Right hip pressing back, right shoulder pressing down and in. Looking over the left shoulder, we can add on to this. From here, we can come down a little lower. Maybe take the right hand onto the top of the left thigh, and maybe take the left arm out, extending it behind you as if we're going to shake hands with someone behind us. Inhale, press the back of the hand behind you. Imagine somebody's pushing on the palm of your hand. Big inhale, open a little more. And now exhale, both hands come to center. Exhale, straighten the legs. Shift forward, relax your head and neck, forward fold, shaking the head yes, turning the head left and right, bending the knees softly, walk the hands to the thighs, reverse swan dive, take it all the way up. Exhale, thumbs to the center of the chest, deep press. Let's push the hips back, press the left hip back. Start pulling the left shoulder in towards the midline. So we're twisting to the right, leading with that left shoulder, pushing our left hip back, bending a little more from the knees, flipping the hips back a little more. We can always take the left hand onto the right thigh and maybe extend the right arm behind us. Imagine somebody is pushing the palm of our hand to accentuate that openness in the front of your chest, also strengthening the rhomboids, the muscles behind the heart. Keep pushing the left hip back, left shoulder in, big inhale. Exhale, come around to center, straightening the legs, forward fold, hang loose like a rag doll, shaking the head yes, and turning it left and right. Let's open our feet to the width of the hip bones. Soft through the knees, reverse swan dive, bring it up and overhead. Exhale, palms coming down to the chest. 2 more times. Let's go ahead and circle the arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, palms to the chest. 1 more like this. Maybe close the eyes, steady the energy in the feet. Now reverse it. Inhale up, eyes closed, sweep it back. Inhale up, sweep it back. Just 1 more like that, big breath. And sweep it back. All right, just for today, let's have a seat in the chair. So with our chair, we are working on opening up the hip joints. As we come into our seated position today, we are able to isolate this hip a little better than if we were standing. This particular stretch usually requires some balance challenge, and when we're worried about falling, then we usually tense up more. So coming down to the chair is one of the primary ways to really get a more effective stretch in the hips. From here, let's start with our feet and our knees open to the width of the pelvis bones. So notice that your feet and knees are not at hips width. They are a little more narrow. This is already going to give us a good edge on the pose so that we can rotate the bones without interfering with the pelvis. From here, just lift your right toe and start to lift that right knee. Pull the toe up to keep the foot flat. And now imagine you're sweeping in front of your left leg like a soccer kick. This is going to automatically lube up and loosen that outer right hip. Kick with the heel. And now bring the ankle on top of the left thigh. It is crucial to keep flexing this foot rather than a pointed toe. because the flexed foot can stabilize your knee. If we don't have this knee stabilized, any lack of mobility, any lack of rotation in the hip may trickle down into the knee. We call that a compensation movement. Knee joints don't do well with twisting. They have a little bit of wiggle room, but they don't twist. So keep that foot flat. Let's keep those knees safe, and let's really isolate that rotation in your hip. From here, sitting nice and tall, you can always bend the foot in a little more. This is going to give you just a different type of stretch. I'm not going to say easier or harder, just new and interesting sensations to discover. Inhaling, sitting nice and tall. As we exhale, let's lean forward with the belly. Naturally, the body may start to compensate by rounding. Try to maintain as much length as possible in your spine as possible. We do want to move slow with this. Inhale, lengthen through the heart. Exhale from your mouth and jaw and come forward. Inhale, come up a little bit. Lengthen out. Flip the hips back. Exhale forward. One more. Big breath in. Exhale forward. Come up. If your foot is close, move it away just a little bit. You could always push down with the right hand onto the inside of that right thigh. Take the left hand, come under the left ankle, and you're going to pull up on the ankle while you push down on the inside of the thigh. Take a nice big breath. Press up, push down, and come forward. You might start to feel this pretty intense on that right hip. If you're not feeling anything at all, you're probably still doing it right. But if you start to feel more of an intense stretch, I guarantee that's what we're working towards. Big inhale, push down, pull up, and lean forward just a little bit. When you're ready, slowly come up. To intensify this stretch, take your right arm, bring it underneath, under gripping on that right calf. Left hand is still under the right ankle. We're using our mighty biceps to pull up on the leg, and you can lean back. This is creating just a different type of stretch. Sometimes we call this a seated pigeon or a seated cradle the baby. Now use the hands to push the knee off to the right and then pull the foot over to the left, so that we're just sort of wiggling that femur bone around inside the hip joint. Remember to sit nice and tall so the spine is supported while we limber up any energy that might be stuck in that hip. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, cross it over. One more. Let's come to center. Slowly rest the foot. Cross the leg over. Sitting nice and tall, extending the left arm up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Extend the arm out on the outside of that right leg. Open up the right arm. Big breath. And again, maybe you imagine somebody is pushing on the palm of that right hand. Press the left arm into the right leg and the leg into the arm. And you'll notice this not only begins to create a stretch in the hip, it's an opportunity to stabilize through your rotator cuff, shoulder, and chest. Pectoralis minor. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind the spine, bring it to center. All right, let's do the other side. Really nice and slow. It is methodical. We're taking it step by step. This linear process hopefully reduces any risk of injury in your body and helps to isolate stretches, stabilization, and mobility. Let's lift our left toe. Bring the left knee up, sitting nice and tall. Do that little soccer kick first. So it's just a quick sweep over the leg, not too much effort, sweep it over. And at some point when that foot is flat, bring the ankle on top of the right leg. Now already you may notice that it feels very different from left to right. That is more common than not. So our bodies are not symmetrical in nature. It could be different bone structures. It could be different lengths of ligaments. It could be that we really have a dominant side that we're using more or less. From here, sitting nice and tall, keeping the foot flat. Again, we could always pull the leg in a little closer versus farther away. It's not easier or harder. It's just different. Sitting nice and tall. Exhale, slowly lead with the belly. Come forward just a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale from the throat, come forward. Inhale, come up a little bit. We're going to treat these muscles like warm taffy. We're going to manipulate, stretch, and then let it bounce back. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. Inhale, slowly come up. Let's take our left hand on the inside of that left thigh. Right hand underneath the right ankle. The leg can come a little bit away from the body. Keep pushing down with the left hand, opening up that left thigh, and then support the ankle, pulling up with the right hand a little bit. Inhale, sit tall. Lift up, push away. Exhale, lean forward. Hold it there. Stationary stretch, static stretch. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale, forward. Again, you might feel it in your hips. You might feel it in the low back. You may not. Flip the hips back a little more. Lift up through the collarbones. Try to pull the sternum or the ribs up towards that left shin. Big inhale. And exhale. Slowly, let's take our sweet time to come up. Crossing our left leg all the way over. I am keeping my foot actively flat, dorsiflexion. So avoiding a pointed toe because we're still going to use a little leverage here in the twist. Let's take this time our right arm up. Push the right hip down. Inhale into that upper right lung. Exhale, twist towards the left, extending the right arm on the outside of that left thigh. And at this point, we could already experiment with putting pressure into the leg and then pressure of the leg into the arm to work on maneuvering a little mobility with stability in that right shoulder. Let's extend the left arm out behind us, reaching, imagining somebody is pushing on the palm of our hand while we push with our right arm on the left leg. Inhale, opening up a little more. It is a very big twist, and it is a twist with a lot of physical effort recruited by our sheer will here. Big inhale, open it up. One more time. Exhale, slowly bring it around. Easy does it. From center, uncrossing the legs. Let's work with a little bit of a brain challenge here. Extending your left arm, lift the right toe, and pull up that knee. Sweep the right arm behind you. Inhale, exhale, switch sides. Inhale, exhale, switch. Take it up and switch. Take it up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more each side. Inhale, exhale, breathe in and out. Scoot to the very edge of your chair. Take the hands from center. Pull them back in a big backstroke circle movement. Let's do one more like that to really open the chest. Big inhale. Reach it back. holding on to the seat of your chair. It could be up high on the back support or lower down to the seat. The higher the arms go, chances are the more pressure we'll feel in the rotator cuff and the neck. So hands can always stay low to create more comfort. Inhale, sit up from the seat, pull up from the sitting bones, lift the ribs, open the throat, maybe look up at the sky. This is a seated back bend. Breathe into the center of the chest. Exhale, gaze forward, shift the belly towards the thighs, just like that big ski movement we did from standing, but from seated now. So supported low back strengthener. Keep lifting from the heart, pressing the pinky fingers up, pulling those fingertips back. Shoulders press away from the ears. Press the shoulders towards the hips so we get a nice heavy contraction around your kidneys and the adrenal glands. Inhale, pull the shoulders back more. Breathe into the heart. Exhale, lower the belly. Try to push your stomach against your thighs. This could offer an added detox of belly flushing. One more inhale. Press and open. Exhale, come down. Pressure into the belly. Let's take our hands onto the thighs. Another movement we practiced. Hips are stable, fingertips in. Inhale, come up maybe 2 inches. Exhale, relax. Inhale, up maybe 2 inches. Exhale, relax. Inhale, straightening the arms, finding a lot of mobility in the upper thoracic spine. Hips are anchored. Open the throat, look up to the sky. Breathe into the center of the chest. Pull the shoulders back, elbows tight, shoulders pressing away. Big inhale. Exhale. One more big breath. And exhale. Come to center. So if we know during the day that our posture is compromised and over time we're moving like this, we have to exaggerate the back bend because our muscles are going to spring back and find neutral. So don't be afraid anytime during the day to just put the hands on the thighs and press into that deep back bend so that we can find that healthy reset to center. Let's close with 3 big breaths. Sweep the arms around. Inhale. Exhale back. 2 more. Last one in closing. Big breath. Closing together, hands at the heart. Namaste. Go enjoy the rest of your beautiful day, and I will see you either in meditation on Tuesday or Thursday, or Wednesday, total body reset. Have a fantastic day.